Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. You're here with Diva. I hope you're all safe and healthy in this time. So today's pick a card reading is dedicated to all single people out there who might have certain limiting beliefs or they need some assistance, let's say, connected to awareness regarding themselves. Okay, so this one is more awareness connected to the person who's watching me. So it's all about you, and I am definitely creating for you. Okay, so this one it's more how can you improve your love life, how can you improve your, we're not gonna say performance, but how you show up in a relationship, what we could, like what methods or what kind of tools you could perhaps use in your daily life, you personally, on your own, so that you can, show up better in relationship and show up better in your own life also. But this one it's mostly for you, whoever is kind of like, let's say if you were to turn around and one day say to your friend that is you need some tools so that you can kind of perhaps improve your dating experiences or improve your approach to dating or partnership or being in a relationship. This is mostly for those who really need it. Like if you're in a relationship, you can watch this obviously, but this is mostly for people who are single, let's say, who want to have tools or who are eager to kind of perhaps be open, connected to certain baby habits that they want to include in their life so that they can perhaps improve themselves connected to how they show up in, like, I don't know, dates, or allow themselves to be courted by the man or the woman that they desire, but they might not have the ability or the certain mindset to kind of, I'll share why I'm doing this is because me personally, before it was so hard for me to even like use an app because I was so shy and I wasn't sure if I wanted to be in a relationship kind of thing. But the more I started seeking and learning about it, like I kind of get out of my comfort zone and I'm kind of showing up differently when it's connected to the men I like and I'm attracted to, let's say. But sometimes it's a question of communication. Okay, like the person, you're gonna have to look at them as if like they're not in your head, they don't live your life from your eyes, like they're not you technically. But what can you do so that you can put it out there, right, and do things for yourself? Let's say you like this person, right, but you might regret not showing this person that you like them. And I'm not talking in the form of liking and being friends with people. This, I'm talking more in the form of you are interested in getting to know them. You do not know necessarily where you want to go with the relationship, but you might have certain interests in the form of attraction you feel, or you really like them and you want to know if they're single, right? Because the first question you need to ask a person that you like is, are they single? Okay. Second question is what their sexuality is. Okay. The third question is, what are they seeking for? What are their values, right? I mean, you won't be able, look, you go step by step, obviously, but sometimes it takes time for you to kind of know if they're single. It takes time for you to know if they're, what their sexuality is, because some people will not say it, and you're not like a person who's a psychic. Like not everyone is, like you're never gonna know anyways until you ask and you get the confirmation. And sometimes the person is aware of what their likes and dislikes are. They're aware of what they wish to do or not. So there's a real question of how you can show up in life so that you can perhaps attract the person you want to attract in your life. What type of person would you feel grateful for that is in your life? And specifically partnerships, obviously, if you don't go two-way, let's say, two-way, perhaps you have more, I believe that those who have many relationships or who have two people in their life, they're juggling two people, right? So in some way, I'm not saying they're juggling the form of it's a mundane relationship. They might really value both people, and there's an element of acceptance and there's an element of sharing each other's love. So in some way, it's a different type of love. And I'm the all-inclusive type. It's just I personally know that I'll only be able to, you know, deal with one person. But many people have certain other skills that, you know, make them who they are. And, you know, this personality or this acceptance of who they are and what their preferences are and how to collaborate and cooperate with their partners is the, like, it says immensely, talks immensely about a person's skills, you know, and the element of responsibility, because it's not easy to juggle two people if you're into two people, you know, it's not an easy thing. Like some people are divorcing each other if they're only two people, right? But some people have two people, you know, it's not just you and yourself in another relationship, it's like the three-way thing, you know. So it's very different. The psychology is different, but the skills perhaps are more enhanced in those that have like more than two or more, they are more than two people in the relationship, technically. I'm not against it, but this one it's mostly for those who want to deal with one person, or if they have the ability to do two, you'll know. This is open to everyone, okay? Any sexuality, any orientation, any gender you want, but this is mostly the reading, it's about you. Okay, so it's about you going introspective on yourself. We are gonna give you many aspects, like I'm gonna ask you certain questions. It's an activity you do with yourself, with me obviously, because I'm creating this so that many people who might not have a support, they might not have a mentor, or they don't need one, let's say, they just are eager to try this out for themselves, you can do it. Okay, so I will be using mantras, like if you want. Okay, so I will include some spiritual aspects, like we're not gonna say spirituality, this is like mudras are hand gestures. Okay, you can breathe in and you just need your spine erected and you just focus on the exercise, technically just to sit in a quiet place, but calm yourself down and relax all your system. And once you feel like everything is relaxed, you can keep your spine erected and do the gestures that I will kind of show you. If you want to take that extra step in your daily life, it's yours. Okay, this is an offering to all of you. Second one is I'm gonna go with mantras. So many of us, I mean, for you to really get the mantra of your life, your mantra personally, there's a lot of devotion and dedication that you need to put. There's many hours of meditation you will need to do so that a guru perhaps will give you the mantra that is definitely yours, and then you utter that mantra that will kind of like enhance your life. I'm sharing this with those who don't know how mantras work. This is a yogic aspect. This one I will give you a mantra perhaps, and I'm kind of having faith that the mantra that will flip is the one that you will need to use in the time you are watching this. So it's something in the form of I'm manifesting that you need this, let's say, and this is for your highest well-being or highest good, let's say. And if you take it consciously. Okay, so you take the mantra I give you consciously and you do your own research and you seek after it. So it starts by just one seed I plant, and if it's planted properly, then it will grow on its own with you, technically. This is what we're kind of trying to do here. I will also go with the pleasure oracle because no relationship can go without pleasure, okay? Pleasure in the bed, and that's the more intimate aspect. We will go into it, but this is mostly about you and how you could, you know, have a different approach, or you know, consciously take a different approach to go towards it, only if you're open to it. Again, this is all a question of how receptive you can be to the reading I'm offering you all who need it. Okay, so if ever you watch it or you're on my channel, you're interested, you're curious, you want to like try it out, it's definitely here. And I might create a second series of this, because I know it doesn't end with just 6 options, let's say. I wish to reach as many people as I can, and it will happen the way it needs to. Okay, I'm not gonna force anything, and obviously it's for you. I will also be using the art of war because I believe strategy is always important. Even in between relationships, the approach or the strategy you will use, we're not masterminding here or anything, it's just structure for you to use, perhaps for yourself, connected to yourself. And if you can integrate your partner in it, it will work. But this is for the well-being of both you and your partner or partners. Okay, this is not to manipulate anyone. This is just an element of how you could perhaps succeed. A strategy oracle for success in life in general, but you can have success in romance too. Okay, and the art of war, technically. So the war is morely like a battlefield, but then again, I'm not one that says you're against your partner, let's say. Go against your partner, no. But if ever you feel like your boundaries are a bit played with and you want to keep that boundary for a certain reason, to not lose yourself in a relationship, then by all means, you know what to do best. I will also go with the collaborate oracle. It's more like questions. I will be using sexual magic oracle to talk about you. It's about you. All of this is about you. How you show up if you're not aware. Now, if ever it's not resonating, you know this is not like you, then you don't need to take it. Okay, you say it. You don't want to be open to it. You just keep the boundary and you don't absorb it. And even if you did absorb, you just say, I want to transmute this to something better in my life. That's it. You don't need the energy that I'm providing here. Okay, you decide what you want to be receptive to or not. Okay, and then we have Amore Psyche. It's going to be about you too. And I will go with 4 different categories of my intimacy oracle. I will go with life, relationships, intimacy, and about you. Okay, 1 question of each. And mind of a champion, something to motivate you even more. Okay, so that you can be the champion in your own life, can be the hero of your own life, because this life is about you. You're the hero, and life is the journey of the hero. Okay, your journey. You're the main person in your own life. Okay, like everybody else in their own life, they're the main person in their life. Okay, so it's very important we keep that mindset. Every reading, I will be using the beautiful Sacred Web deck. But how you're going to go with which crystal we're going in, you're going to choose the crystal that resonates the most with you. Okay, so the first one I have here is going to be, we're going to start with the cat's eye. Okay, so if it resonates with you, you take it. Cat's eye. Second crystal is the onyx. No, this is not an onyx. This is an obsidian. Sorry, an obsidian. Because I have the onyx too. I just don't know where it is, but they're black. It's not a tourmaline, it's an onyx. It's a obsidian. Okay, an obsidian. It has this shiny texture, and it's more like a it looks like a, you know, like if you watch what do you call it, Game of Thrones, there's it looks a bit like a dragon stone, perhaps, if that's what the word is, but this is a obsidian. Third crystal, it's the Larimar. Okay, you find this mostly in warm countries. This one, I bought it from the Dominican Republic. There's a lot in Dominican Republic or Haiti. You know, they have it a lot there. Larimar. Fourth one is not a crystal. Again, it's the only conch. It's a baby conch shell. It looks like this. If it's resonating with you, you take it. It's a bit damaged on the side, but then again, it's still gorgeous. Okay. Fifth, 1, 2, 3, 4. Fifth one is my aragonite crystal. Okay. Aragon is the name I like a lot, and it reminds me of dragons somehow, but it's also Lord of the Ring somehow. You know, if you resonate with it, you can go ahead with it, or you like the texture of it, it's speaking to you. It's more like in a cave, you know, like you go in a cave, and like I can definitely visualize myself seeing Aragonites personally. So if you resonate with this crystal, it's gonna be crystal 5. Then the 6th crystal is howlite. Okay, howlite looks like this. Unfortunately, I can't seem to get it properly, but this is the looks like this. Okay, it has a smooth and soft surface, but it has like it looks more like this. Okay, it's mostly this texture. And crystal 7, the 7th one, actually we have 7. I'm creating 7, not 6. I thought I was 6, but it's 7. So this is Amazonite. Okay, Amazonite. Here, nothing more I can do for the visuals, but this is what it looks like. Okay, you have them, you see them also, like I put them pretty, like you see. Okay, it's in front of me. You can zoom in also and choose. So this is 1, this is 2, crystal 3, crystal 4, crystal 5, crystal 6, and 7. So you have cat's eye, the first one. Second one is the obsidian. Third one is Larimar crystal. Fourth one is not really a crystal, it's a conch shell. Okay, so it's a baby conch shell, a bit damaged. And then on the side only. Okay, so on the side does not necessarily mean it's, I mean, it's broken a bit on the side. A small portion of it is broken. And we have crystal 5, which is the aragonite, this one here. Then we have crystal 6, which is howlite, and crystal 7 is amazonite. Okay, choose with your intuition. Go with the one that is you. Okay, it's all about you. I'm making it about you guys. Okay, but if ever you feel like I'm way too intense or I'm going way too criticizing, don't take it on you. Okay, you stop and you leave. It's very simple. If you feel like I'm playing with your boundaries or I'm way too much into your bubble and it's suffocating you, by all means, I don't want anyone to be, you know, hurt by me. Except if I need to give you a bit of a slap on face energetically. If we need to give you that slap on the face and you want it, you seek for it, you can come, you know, and you can continue. Okay, but by all means, if I hurt you, I do not wish to hurt you, except if I find that I need to align you to yourself. Okay, center you somehow on my own, perhaps. If I have that ability, you'll be the judge of that. Okay, if not, you find this very offensive, then definitely you know what to do, guys. Okay, so meet me at the center always. Let's center ourselves and be ready to perhaps do some changes or welcome some changes or embrace some changes that we can bring in ourselves, in our life. Okay, but this is mostly so that you can have a successful dating experience, a successful marriage experience, a successful, you know, happy love partnership or partnerships. But I'm one that likes to value what I have. So it's important that you value yourself and you value relationships and you nourish relationships so that both of you will be able to be happy, to be able to cope with struggles that come in life. Because life has many challenges, and sometimes on your own you have the strength to overcome them, and sometimes it's important that you have that strength to overcome them on yourself. But sometimes, you know, you want a partner you can go on a cruise with or travel with or go hiking with them. You know, you can be silly, you know, and be goofy and adore yourself and be adored by them. You know, you're worthy of these things. You're worthy of every single thing that you believe you're worthy of. Never believe you're not worthy of something. It's important. But again, we want you to respect yourself. We want you to respect your partner. If your partner does not want you to kind of go a certain line, cross a certain line, then sometimes it's important that we learn to respect their boundaries. This is talking with people, you know, and also you have to respect people's decisions. If they do not want to be with you or they do not find what you guys have valuable, then you let that go, because you find value in them but they don't find value in you, so you will not have that equal give and take. And when I'm saying, it's not only about transaction, but it's also about a question of this moment is very important. Every second in your life is important to you, because you never know what can happen to you the next day or a week from now. So it's important to be happy and to do things to make your life a happy life. Life is already full of obstacles, okay? Sadness is there, anger is there. We're all human beings. If we don't feel any of those things, life will not have value, you know? Changes make life appealing to live, okay? So I'm not saying this so that I can protect you from something. We are gonna face what we need to face. Whatever is happening needs to happen anyways, right? What can we do to make the most of our life with the most that we have left? Because we don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow, right? So with that perspective in mind, let us begin. Okay, so if you want to dislike, comment down below, hit the bell to get the latest notification. It's up to you, it's in your hands. Okay, so welcome to my channel, and this is how we're going at this. Okay, so enjoy, I hope. Okay, so this one. So welcome those who chose the cat's eye. Welcome to your reading. I hope you're all safe and healthy in this time. So let me just prepare quick or open the deck, because it's the same deck we're going to be using for all of us. So we're meeting, let us meet in the sacred center, which is your own sacred center. Okay, so this is how the deck goes, the sacred web. So hello, welcome, beautiful souls out there who are here. Give me a few seconds so I can tap properly into your energy so that I can channel for you here. So for all the viewers that are watching for the cat's eye, okay, let us give them perhaps something that could help them out regarding their love life, okay? For them, what's the best card that I can channel and read from the book, of course, because I believe there's immense wisdom in this book. Okay, we have Ace of Pentacles, and below the deck I have the Two of Pentacles, but we're not going to focus on the below, we're going to focus on the main. So I have the Ace of Pentacles. What you need what your higher self or your highest consciousness, okay, wants your present self to be aware of regarding how you're showing up in relationships or love situations is perhaps we're giving you the advice of, only if you want to take it, when you're asking a person out on a date, or when you're interested in a woman or a man, it's very important that you keep your balance. Okay, so I have the Taoist circle in the middle. This is my card that talks about the symbol technically here. For me, represents that there's good in bad and there's bad in good. Okay? So when you approach people like that, no one's perfect and everyone has good sides to them and bad sides to them. And it's important that you talk about people in a balanced way. Okay, so this one, perhaps it might be that when you're meeting them, you're going a specific way, or you're kind of trying to fit them into, or is this a good girl or a bad girl, or is this like a bad boy or a good boy kind of thing. But everyone has many facets to them, and they're always different. Okay, so in some way we need to be able to accept the person for all the facets that they have. Okay, and in life, many of us have, every single person has layers. Okay, and the spiritual aspect about people who are spiritual technically is, if you're spiritual, you're aware that you have many layers and you want to remove them. You want to shed the layers until you arrive to that source of creation and creation within yourself. But not everyone is on that spiritual path. So when you're going in a relationship with someone, because you have that intimacy element with that person, and you're gonna merge with them and then be on your own and then merge with them, because that's what sharing a life means. It's coping and tolerating and living and embracing the unknown of the other person. You don't really know the person. You think you know them, but you don't know the person. You can never know a person. That's what I also learned on my own, technically, that I might think I know, but I don't know. Okay, and that's what makes a relationship very interesting, you know, because you're discovering the unknown, discovering a person. The person is gonna remove their layers, but a layer might take 3 years for you to remove, or to see the person under the layer. You understand what I mean? Just spending an hour with them is not enough. Okay, even for a psychic person, even for a person who might see everything, they are aware that, you know, they need to shed the layers of a person so that the person will be at ease. That's why many people will never be at the same vibration with people, because some people have shed many layers and some people have not shed any. So, and sometimes people who have not shed any will meet a person who has shed many. But when they meet a person that has shed many, they feel like they're kind of like under tension, right? So that's why many people have shed layers meet other people who have shed layers. There's an element of ease because they're comfortable with that shedded element. Hence why the frequency vibes. Okay? So this one, in some way, mainly your message here is to speak your truth, but when you're speaking your truth, keep it balanced. Okay, don't go one extreme. Okay, because even in one extreme, you have the good in the bad and you have the bad in the good. Okay, so that's what this means. This has many other facets to it. I'm not gonna go more deeper into it, and I'll also allow the guidebook to, you know, talk about it. So we have here, and be happy, because the main card's title is joy. Okay, so there is joy to be found in this human experience. Okay, give thanks for the sweet spaces of your body. Recognize that it is a sacred vessel that contains your essential energy, your spirit self. Remember that you are spirit embodied and are here to pursue your soul's work and therefore your soul's purpose. Use all your senses to connect to the gifts of the earth. Okay, your strength comes from this connection. What you put into your mouth, your mind, what you taste and touch and think is here to transform. What can you manifest while you are here on this earth? Be ready. Stand strong in your body, your work, and your sense of value. For these are the treasures that, when nurtured with joyful reverence, will help you create a healthy foundation upon which to grow a beautiful life. But this also can be with your partner, okay? This is what you can contribute in the relationship. You personally. Joy. You can provide joy to a person. You're not aware of it, but this is what your skills are, perhaps. And earth. So earth is your element. If you do have the time, do connect with earth if you don't already do so. The north is your direction. And bear and tree could be important symbols for you. So if you like bears, perhaps bears could be a spirit animal, only if it resonates. And trees are important. So you like to be in forests and you like to isolate, or during winter you might hibernate more, like as if you're more sleepy or you need your sleep during winter. Kind of stuff. Okay, so this one is the bear. I thought it was like a beaver, but it's a bear actually. That's the funny part. And then your affirmation is, I find joy in the gift of this human experience. So even romance, marriage, partnerships are a joyful gift for you. Okay, so find joy in the gift of this human experience. You're human, right? You're living as a human, right? You have a spirit in your body, and your body is in your spirit technically. And immensely here it says you'll use all your senses to connect to the gift of the earth. Okay, your strength comes from this connection. If you didn't know about it, okay, this is if you didn't know. Okay, and also advice could be ready. Okay, stand strong in your body, your work, and your sense of value. For these are the treasures that, when nurtured with joyful reverence, you're grateful to them, will help you create a healthy foundation upon which to grow a beautiful life. You and your person. Okay, so this empowered you way more than actually what I said. But this was its message, okay? Now, for a strategy. What strategy could give you success, perhaps? The viewer. This is for the viewer. What does the viewer, like, what advice can we give you? Okay, aim high. Okay, so this one you might have a lot of potential, hence why we're kind of really empowering you more than ever, and we're giving you really all the tools you might need, as you already know these things. So aim high. We all make mistakes, but it's important to set out with the idea of perfection. Aim high and you will achieve more. Okay, so sometimes you'll reach perfection, but the moment of triumph is fleeting and soon gone. However, the memory of it will motivate you to want it again. Mistakes are simply ongoing tuition through which we learn excellence. Sun Tzu said, okay, he wins his battles by making no mistakes. Making no mistakes is what establishes the certainty of victory, for it means conquering an enemy that is already defeated. Interesting. This is a very intense person, though. This is way too intense, but I feel like perhaps many of you do have the skill that we're giving it to you like this. Okay, so many of you do have a lot of potential, and you can perform very well if there's a certain expectation put on you. But again, please, you know, do what you want. Okay? But aim high, even in relationships, this one. And we all make mistakes, but it's important to set out with the idea of perfection. Aim high and you will achieve more. Okay, so you will achieve more, or you will attract more. Like, when we're saying more in the form of like, you do have a lot of potential. Some of you are already in that flow. Some of you are starting to get there, but here I have a lot of like real potential. It's established. Okay, so as long as you can connect properly with Earth and be grateful for all that you do have already in this time, and you keep the balance element going, and you connect with trees, and you do some researches perhaps on the bear spirit animal, perhaps it will open more doors for you. Perhaps it will guide you towards information about yourself that you connect with. Okay, it's for you. Now, sexual magic wise, what can we tell our viewer about themselves? What can I tell you or read about you so that you can tap into yourself more easily, perhaps sexually? Okay, so that because sometimes many of us don't have the practice with other people, so I'm here and you can practice with me here in this present moment, but only during this exchange. Okay, so I'm making it available to you, and based on how you see me judging you or not, you'll feel like you have shed the layer, technically, to have the experience going. So it will not be your first time talking about it kind of thing. Hence why my presence here is the value I'm giving you. My presence is valuable in this video because you're practicing with me, technically. Or I'm opening you, but then again, you're comfortable with me. Or if you were not comfortable with me, you practice that so that you'll have that ease element with the person because you already shed that layer with me. Kind of thing, okay? But my presence is only available in this moment. Only in this moment, okay? And the rest is mine to take care of course. So we have forgiveness here. Pisces, solar, bringing two seedlings together by tying them with a pink ribbon, an emblem of love as an act of peace and mutual forgiveness. Okay. Reflection. The 12th sign stands for selflessness and forgiveness. Forgiveness means getting into the other person's heart, but also forgiving ourselves for allowing them to hurt us. Okay, so in love, perhaps, with Pisces, you might be very receptive to your partner's emotions, but you're also very in tune with your emotions, right? Hence why forgiveness for you means getting into the other person's heart, but also forgiving both of you in the relationship for allowing the person that you're in a relationship with to hurt you. So this one, in some way, you might have that empathic element going with your partner, and that because you get into the other person's heart, so you kind of feel their emotions, or you feel you feel intensely, let's say, you have to forgive them. You feel like you need to forgive them the most in the relationship, this one. Selflessness and forgiveness. So in some way, you feel like you're more vulnerable than your person, because you feel like you understand your person's heart. But then again, when they do things that, you know, because you understand them, there's this element of there's no real boundary set. and you go too much into their bubble, and you allow them deep within yours, but then again, because you're too intimate, let's say, there's no real distance element, because it's all inclusive, let's say, this one, with emotions. So you feel like you need to forgive your partner the most, right? Because you get them, right? You're the more you understand their emotions, and you feel also hurt when they reject you, or you feel like you're not comfortable with the intimacy. So in some way you act a specific way that you feel like hurt them, but then again, you don't feel comfortable with the lack of boundary, this one. So there's a lot of like that, this one, because you're Pisces. Yeah, there's an element of Pisces here. So this is about you though. Okay, so magic. To forgive yourself and forgive, hold 2 beans in your hand, one for you and the other for your partner. Then plant them in a pot with the crescent moon. Water regularly. So you're the type that's selfless and forgiveness. Selflessness and forgiveness. You forgive a lot, and you're not selfish in the relationship. But at the same time, this is your weakness, as it could be your strength, because you understand your partner very well. But the lack of the lack of boundaries, or the lack of distance, Joe, will create a bit of for me, in my eyes, in a relationship, when you understand your person way too much, okay, but you're getting hurt here by being too empathic, okay, so it's very important that you keep a certain distance for yourself, so that you can be yourself and you don't lose yourself in your partner, nor your person loses themselves in you. But then again, the whole purpose of this characteristic, look, there's a balancing element here. There's a reason why you're like this. So you will find a person who can keep the distance with you, but you can keep the distance with them still, without getting hurt too much, this one. And without needing to forgive them too much, because you feel like, this one, I feel like boundaries need to be included here. You need to learn how to set boundaries with people, your partner the most, and be able, look, you already have the ability, this one, to be selfless and forgiving, but it's not fun all the time, right? So for you, it creates pain, right? It does. So it's important that you still keep a certain distance. You don't lose yourself in your partner, nor do you allow them to lose themselves all the time. Okay? That's what I kind of realized here. But then again, you do what you find necessary. If it's not hitting the spot, or it's hitting the spot too much, you choose what you want to do. Okay? But this is all to help you wake up the things regarding yourself, or things that stop you from being in a relationship, or that kind of makes you hesitate connected to relationship. This element could definitely make you hesitate connected to being in a relationship, I find, because you feel like you'll get hurt too much. You're not able to be selfish in a relationship, but you need to learn how to be more selfish, and like forgive, but be forgiven too. Because this element that you're too empathic, I will need to forgive you too. Because I might not ask you to go into my bubble and to understand my emotions and to be me, technically. I don't want you to be me in a relationship. But you're trying to be me, right? So some people will not even work with you because in some way you're becoming them. But they want to see you for who you are, not become them. Somehow, you understand what I'm saying? I don't want a mirror image of myself. I want a person who can stand up for himself or herself and be himself. But obviously, if you are the type that's more, you're watery, like a Pisces, It's understandable. I'm not telling you to not be something you're not, but some people will have that tendency to kind of not like it. But it's a question of preference again. Okay? There are some people that like it when the partner understands them. They might need that person. So you might be the person for someone who needs their partner to understand them. And that will not take the person who understands them for granted. That's the thing. This one you need to wake up to what kind needs you and what kind you like, and with whom you can be yourself but not feel tortured in a relationship, because you understand them way too much and they're not comfortable with you seeing way too much into them. It's like that. So then we have Taurus, which is solar. Okay, so chemistry is the title here. Two hands joined on a spoon, intent on steering roses, the Venus flower. Reflection. Taurus is the sign of sensuality. The senses are the vehicle of his emotions. Even love passes through the physical to reach the heart. Without a satisfying erotic understanding, loses its security, becoming possessive, hungry love. Okay, so this one I feel like there's a phrase issue, but it says, this is about you, okay? So you might be the sensual type, and your senses are the vehicle of your emotions. Even love passes through you physically to reach your heart, okay? And without a satisfying erotic understanding, you lose your sense of security and you become possessive, and you're the type that's more like hungry for love. Okay, so good chemistry is a prerequisite for a long-lasting relationship. So for you, chemistry is very important, okay? Because you feel stuff mostly with your senses, okay? And you need to feel the love through physical activity, touch, smell, gazing, hearing your partner, okay? So if you're not able to understand this erotism that you seek for, or your body seeks for, or your lust or your person seeks for, you will lose your sense of security. So you need to understand what the erotism is that you seek in a partner, okay? And technically the secret here is that you need to go with people that you have chemistry with, okay? Because if not, you'll lose your sense of security and you'll become possessive and you'll be hungry for love all the time. But then again, perhaps your partner might not be able to give it to you the way you want it, technically. So good chemistry is a prerequisite for a long-lasting relationship for you, okay? So magic. Place rose petals in a copper pot and cook them until they reduce to a paste with which you will form a talisman of fidelity. Okay, so loyalty also is important too. These are the two cards I had to go through. Now, Amore and Psyche. Loving yourself. And this is what you need to feel like in the relationship with your partner. Like you're loving yourself with them. Not that you're only loving them, but you're loving yourself with them. Okay, so I am my own better half. Okay, so this one is about you, how you're feeling, if you didn't know about it. Okay, for some of you are already aware of this. This is your characteristic. This is how you show up in love, technically. So I am my own better half. So you believe in yourself. Seeing love. Hand me that mirror, my friend. I need to have a closer look. A friendship. A true friend will hold up a looking glass so that you might see the best parts of yourself. Fortunately, she was able to espy the best part within her through the mirror of friendship. And she loved herself. She loved the way she looked. She loved every inch of her body, mind, and soul, and that love radiated outward only to come back tenfold. So, which partners? Okay, this one is a key element for you. You personally are very empathic, okay? And you feel the love through physical touches, your physical senses too. But the relationship in which you're the happiest is the relationship in which you do have friendship and you love yourself. You feel like you can be yourself and you're loved for who you are, technically. This is the type of emotion or state you will need to feel with a partner. So this will also help you find the right partner for you, because loving yourself is the state you need to reach so that you feel happy in a relationship personally. So you'll need to find a person that will make you feel secure within yourself, but you feel loved with them and you have good chemistry with them, and you can forgive them and forgive yourself, technically. This is the type of partner you'll need. How you'll be able to find him or her is to go on dates and meet people. If you feel like you are able to love yourself with them, you feel like you have chemistry with them, and you feel like you might have a little distance, a little bit of distance, but they are grateful for you understanding them, because that's the forgiveness card. I talked about it, right? If you find a person like that, don't hesitate to ask them out on a date. Okay, so these are the characteristics perhaps that you're seeking for. It will help you select the person and try and discover the person and see if the person is a mutual, eager partner who's seeking the same things that you are seeking for. You understand? So it's like that. This is when it's more to open the doors for you if you didn't know how to open the doors for yourself. Okay, this is just like that. This is only for those who need it. Okay, so she loved every inch of her body, mind, and soul, and that love radiated outward only to come back tenfold. So this person also, so as long as you shine bright and you feel like you're comfortable shining bright, but the person is allowing you, their presence with you allows you to shine brighter, that's the state you're searching for, okay? They will also mirror it back to you tenfold. Not because you're only radiating, but because your presence is allowing them to feel your love and to love every inch of your body, your mind, and your soul. Making love. Actions. Ask a close friend or lover what they love about you. Okay? Does that sound too conceited? Well, good. It's healthy to adore and be adored. Ask your loved ones what your best qualities are. Okay? Don't be shy. Did you know that about yourself? Take these words to heart and feel good about yourself. Now radiate that love back outward and be sure to return a compliment to your loved one. Okay? A relationship is a mirror, after all. It is true. Even though I mentioned some people might not like that mirroring element, but some people do. And the real reality, though, is a relationship is definitely like a mirror. Okay? Every person you meet in your life will mirror an aspect of you. If we go very spiritual at that, okay? So being love, meditation. Think about everything you love about yourself. Hold that vision in your heart, okay? And proclaiming love, affirmation. This is for you. I love myself wholly and completely, because I am whole within myself. And I am whole, I am safe. Okay? So this is how you show up or how you love to feel like in a relationship. And this is a good sign that this is the right partner. This is how you should feel, technically, in a relationship. This is it. What about collaboration? Just one card, please. Well, no, we're not gonna go with all of this. Okay, there's one phrase on each, so I'll just kind of read it for you. Okay, so we have, in a team, nobody gets there unless everybody gets there. This is one. This is about collaborating with your partner too. A positive attitude attracts success. Share the credit, double the reward. And this is 100% true. When you share the credit, you don't take the credit on your own. It doubles the reward. When building on another's idea, acknowledge their input. This is very important. Okay? Acknowledgement is very important when you're building another person's idea. Because the main idea wasn't yours. It was another person's. So you need to acknowledge the other person for what they did, what they offered you. And obviously you need to acknowledge your effort, but their idea first, because it was the person that created the idea. Then, be upfront and clear with your expectations. Even in a relationship, be upright and clear with your expectations. Do you want to get married? Do you want to have children? What are your expectations? If you're going to be a mom or a dad, are you the type that's more like you want a team kind of relationship, or is it more like each one has its own role and the man doesn't want to have anything to do with children's raising? But then again, it's a different mentality. Everyone is different, right? Cultures are different, upbringings are different. So be upfront and clear with your expectations. What about the money? If you're a woman, you're going to be pregnant, right? You still want to go work, or do you want to still split the bill? You know, because we go through a lot of stuff with childbearing. Okay, men have it easy because they're not the one going through the transformation. They're not going through the body metamorphosis, we'll say it like that. But it's not a metamorphosis, but truly it's birth giving. It's not a joke. Okay, and women go through psychological transformations, physical transformations, and then after the pain, like work and money paying, it's different, you know. It's whatever she's comfortable with, you know. You have to talk as you need to talk about it. Okay, empower others towards greatness. Then we have investing and learning new skills will always be valuable. Okay, so investing and learning new skills will always be valuable. If you didn't know about it. This is only for those who don't know about it. Okay, if you know about it, it's like that. Okay, 4 mantras. So this is a more spiritual aspect to it. If not, you can just fast forward. But a mudra that can benefit the viewer. What can we offer them? Or what can we initiate them to? Only if they need it. Okay. So the one that we got, drive, get going. So it looks like this. So power mudra is the name here, okay? So this mudra is a great tonic to help you get out of bed in the morning or as a pick-me-up during the day. First of all, open the window and drink a glass of water. Rub your hands vigorously and then clap them out loud, okay? Now, interlock the fingers of both hands with each other and turn them so that the palms are facing outward. Stretch your arms forward, downwards, and upwards in time to the rhythm of your breathing. Repeat several times. So stretch your arms, palms are facing outwards. Stretch your arms forward, downward, and upward to the rhythm of your breathing. Okay, so repeat this several times, but with windows that are open and a glass of water technically before. Drink that glass of water and then do this. So stretch your arms. Okay, that we did. After this, place your interlocked hands on the back of your head, lightens the mood and or places the back of your hand in contact with your forehead for a few seconds. Okay, so this one, it's the back of your head, and then you can place the back of your hands in contact with your forehead for a few seconds for drive. Okay, look up and breathe in deeply several times. Okay, I'm bursting with energy. You can do this if you want it, because I feel like I'm talking with a lot of like energetic people. This one is that you do have the drive. Okay, because we said aim high, so you have a lot of potential. So this one, I'm talking to people who have a lot of ambition or potential. Okay, I feel it somehow. You can do good things in this world. Okay, like you can do many stuff, manifest many stuff. We'll go with the mantra, not the pleasure. Pleasure is after. Okay, so this is about you, the viewer. Which mantra recommended? Just one. I'm going to take one of them. Which mantra could the viewer benefit from chanting? Okay, we'll go with 2. Even though I want 1. So, Om Namah Shivaya, the purifying power of fire. This is what I chant personally. Okay, I chant this. This is my Mahamantra, my Lord Shiva's Mahamantra, technically. So, Om Namah Shivaya, the purifying power of fire. But there's 5 elements in this mantra too. And then we have Gayatri mantra. May the sun guide my way. But obviously this one, please learn the specifics of the Gayatri mantra, because I know it is a cursed mantra and they recommend you do it in your head. Okay, but I would definitely recommend whoever is guided to do this one to find themselves a guru. Okay, or a person who can guide them more about it. Okay, Gayatri mantra. Yes, may the sun guide my way. This is an amazing and powerful mantras. Okay, these are very powerful mantras for me personally. I do one of them, Gayatri. I wasn't initiated into it, so, but I watched, I do seek a lot. So from my seeking, what I figured out is that there might be certain things you need to be aware of before starting it. Okay, we are recommending this to you, but be aware of how to do it properly. And from what I heard, we shouldn't chant it out loud. We have to chant it in the mind. Okay, but know and learn how to pronounce each syllable, etc. It's crucial in that one, but still very powerful mantras. Okay, you have it. Okay, so what does the pleasure oracle want to say here? Divine imperfection. So you have a right to feel at home in your body by any means. Okay, you have a right and a responsibility to breathe and appreciate the pure life flowing within you. Your blood pumping, your extremities moving, all of it. Okay, even if your body often fails you, even if it doesn't feel like yours right now. Okay, so even if it doesn't feel like yours right now, even if it's laden with aesthetic flaws, you are alive, imperfectly so. That's what makes it so raw and real. Okay, action. Everything beautiful and romantic about life is transient, impermanent, and imperfect. The asymmetrical limbs of a tree are poetry. So, 2 is your sacred, wondrous physical vessel. Okay? Gaze at it, touch it, sense its poetry. Treasure it. okay? No matter how imperfect you feel, treasure it. Feel it, love it, be grateful for it, appreciate it. Guys, it's really important. That's where the prosperity element is. Okay, you know what? This one I'm not going to shuffle. I'm going to take them one by one because I already shuffled them. These are things you need to ask yourself and to answer to yourself properly. Okay, so these are questions that you should sit down, I would recommend, and you do the introspective element here. Okay, so about your life, okay, you personally. Are there any of your friends that make you uncomfortable? Name them. And then answer why do they make you uncomfortable. Okay, it's very important. So we're aiming your friends right away. Are there any of your friends that make you uncomfortable, and then why? Because finding this answer will help you immensely in your partnership with a person, because then again, the question in a relationship that you'll need to be able to ask yourself is about your partner or your partner with you. Because perhaps if you feel uncomfortable with your friends, then if you're in a relationship, your partner is going to see that. Technically, you understand why we're doing this exercise? So you can release all the baggages, all the wrong things that are holding you from being in a happy relationship. First with yourself and with a partner. Okay, so because the other question here, if you were in a relationship, okay, and this is an intimate kind of relationship, you'll need to ask your person this question yourself. You're gonna ask, are there any of my friends that make you uncomfortable? And then you'll ask your partner why. Because the main truth is that if you feel uncomfortable with your friends, your partner is gonna be uncomfortable with your friends automatically. In some way, it can go many ways, obviously, but then again, if you're gonna ask your partner this, it means that there's something your partner is not comfortable with your friends. It gives you immense information about how other people are gonna see you and your friends in the relationship you have with them. Now, this one's about your life. This is about relationships, about you. So which love song best describes your relationship with yourself? That's the first one you need to ask, so that when you're in a relationship, you will ask your partner which love song best describes both your relationship. Okay, but first it comes with you, with yourself. And then with your partner, it's going to be integrating your partner together with you, which is going to be your best song, technically. Or a love song that best describes your relationship with her, as per her. So when you're in a relationship, it's going to be us, right? Us. So which love song represents our love relationship? Which love song best describes our relationship? Now this is about your own sexual comfort and awareness with yourself, and then this will go obviously in a relationship afterwards, but this is mostly about you with yourself. I will not meddle in it, but then again, we're doing this so that it can help you with your own sexual situation. Okay, so what do you wish you did more of in your sex life with a partner or with yourself? But overall, it's not about masturbation here. This is about preference. Okay, so what do you wish you did more often, okay, if you were in a proper relationship in your sex life? Find that out for yourself, of course, for yourself. Then you have describe something you'd hate to do for real. but find kinky to think about. But you really, really like would hate to do it. So you'll know what you would not want to do, even though you're thinking about it, let's say, and it's kinky. Then, what do you do that turns you on the most? Or what would someone do that turns you on the most? What would a person do so that you can get turned on, technically? Find that out. What best suits you, let's say, or what really turns you on? And what do you do that turns you on the most? Or what would, the question technically in a relationship is, what do I do that turns you on the most? So that I know what your preferences are, technically, or what really turns you on or not. Then, which relationship did you learn most about sex? So if you were in a relationship with someone, with whom did you learn the most about sex? Just reflect on it. This one, it's about you again. What kind of present do you like the best? So that when a person or your partner or your date or your counterpart or your like your girlfriend or your boyfriend or your friend, let's say, that you're dating, which is not still officialized, what kind of present do you like the most, like the best, so that they'll know what they can bring you that will give you happiness. Okay? Preparation for you before you go into a relationship or you find the right person. Obviously. This is all tools so that you can understand yourself, and it'll be easy for you to select the right person with whom you have chemistry, with whom you have the forgiveness and the selfishness element a bit. Okay, selflessness, yes, but selfishness element still going on, because the most important thing for you in a relationship is to radiate and to love yourself with a friend. Technically, you're seeking for friendship still in a relationship, and you have a lot of potential. And keep that in mind. Connection with the earth is your secret. Okay, this one. And we showed you the mudra, we showed you the mantras you could chant to enhance your life, collaboration tips, and pleasure also. We read everything. Okay, so thank you very much. Those who chose Cat's Eye, welcome, and I hope it resonated. I hope it helped you out. If you didn't, really it helped you out. If you knew all these things, as it's something that you're reflecting on, you can comment down below by all means. Okay, take care. Love you all, respect you all, honor you all, and Om Namah Shivaya, that I've already initiated too. If you can do the Gayatri mantra, do seek the proper insight first, please, because I don't want anyone to get hurt. Okay, because sometimes chanting a mantra the wrong way, it's a dangerous. Okay, and I'm wishing to be responsible, hence why I'm saying these things. Okay, please be responsible. Please be guided towards the right path. Okay, even there. Okay, I don't want to lead anyone the wrong way. Okay, so choose carefully. Read the contracts if you need to read the contracts. Read the details if you need to go into the details, please. Okay, your safety is important, and safety is your priority. Mine, it is, yes, but it needs to be yours too, please. Okay, so take care. See you again. Now, those who chose the Obsidian, welcome to your reading. I hope you're all safe and healthy in this time. So let me tap into your presence, let's say, because I need to integrate you all, okay, so that I can create this with other creators. So we have 2 cards. Oh my god, we have 3 cards. It's okay. If I need to read you 3 cards, I'm gonna read you 3 cards. Wow, I have the World card here. Truly a gorgeous card. This reminds me of the spine of a human being. More than anything, I love this one. I'm attracted to this one, but we have 3 other ones here in the middle. These are the main ones I need to concentrate on. So we have the $16. If I'm not mistaken, I think this is the Tower moment. Because the question, the aim here is what your higher consciousness or your higher self wants you to be aware of regarding your love life. Okay, so we have the Tower card here. I have the 8 of Cups. And I have the Scout of Fire. I have 2 fire cards here. Okay, so I have a fire here, a symbol of fire, as it might be a tree. But this is the Tower card. I have the Scout of Fire, and there's a mudra here in this one. Okay, and then we have the 8 of Cups. Okay, for many of you, you might feel like you hit rock bottom with people, and then when you hit rock bottom, it's like you feel very fragile and vulnerable, and that kind of causes you anger a bit. This is one. Okay, this could resonate as it doesn't need to. But when the Tower moment happens, it's an element of perhaps your ego got bruised here. But at the same time, Tower moments happen so that you can subtract the baggage elements from your system. But because you coped with those patterns, you cope with those mannerisms, you cope with those defense mechanisms, let's say, because it's a coping mechanism somehow. When you feel like it doesn't work, or someone told you something hurtful and you weren't able to guard yourself against it, you feel like you've hit rock bottom. It's like you've been reduced to nothing. But then again, the truth is that nothingness is your true self. But when it happens, it's not fun, because this one is hard, because sometimes we wear a mask and we believe that the mask is who we really are. But the truth underneath is that we are a person that, like, the mask being stuck on you is the baggage element. Okay? You need to, for a person to be at ease, is that they're light. When I'm saying light, it's like they're able to flow with everything in life. They're comfortable with everything, which means that they're baggage-less, this person. It doesn't touch their ego, whatever form they need to be, or however they need to behave. But for you to be comfortable with that, is you need to be strong enough to be comfortable with the nothingness that you are. Because the baggage, it's like things that you kind of like, it's something that happened, it stays with you. You're not letting it go. You're not forgiving the person and yourself for having that kind of like argument, that issue, that problem, that grudge element, right? So whenever there's a grudge element, it's stuck, right? So there's a baggage element. So whatever you're dealing with, something that's triggering something that happened in that past moment, you get irritated, right? It kind of plays with your mood. But if you're comfortable feeling that element, like, let's say we argued intensely, okay? I said something about you, you said something about me, and like, let's say it hurt me so much, right? But then again, I have the ability to tell myself I'm gonna sit down and feel the hurt. I'm gonna sit down and process the emotions that irritated me. I'm gonna go at the source of the issue. I'm gonna accept the other person for who they are, how they're showing up, because no one's perfect, right? So when you see the person for who they are, their upbringing, their reality situation, and why it's happening like this, it might be an irritation that's not even connected with you. It's a connection with something else. Like they might have had an accident, or they're a mother of 4 children, or it's a father figure. He's having an issue with his wife, or his child is sick. We don't know what's happening in the other person's life, but we're just focusing on what happened with us, and we're going to hate the person. Kind of stuff. So these kind of situations, it's like you're irritated with the person, you're irritated with yourself, you're holding on to that emotion, that issue, right? And it kind of creates a disease, and you're not able to forgive the person, you're not able to see the person for who they are, you're not even seeing that all this fiasco is happening because you're not able to understand the other person's situation. You're understanding your point of view, of course, but whatever is happening is both of you did it, right? So hence why when we are able to change, have a shift in perception, I'm not saying what they did is not wrong. I'm saying, how can you help yourself be at ease with yourself and not allow situations that happen outside of you to have an impact on you for all your life? Okay, the important thing is you forgive yourself for being in that kind of situation. You look at it in the form of it's a lesson you learned, and it's an element of understanding where the person's coming from. Is it something you need to change, or is it something that they want you to change? And are you eager to change? Now, if it's an issue in the form of this person is imposing themselves on you, but you're not able to put the boundary straight with them, the solution is to, distance yourself. After communication, if there's no real element of acceptance on both ends, let's say you accept the person, obviously there's so much to it, obviously, but I'm not going to go into the profound elements. But here, this one, it's important that you forgive yourself. Even if you've hit rock bottom, it's hard to say it, but it's a blessing in disguise. Why? Because it showed you the parts of you that you need to release. Okay? The parts of you that you need to release, you need to shed, it showed you. Again, if you keep them on, you're also going to have another tower moment if you don't decide to change. You understand? It's like that. So this one, I recommend, if only you're eager to do it or to have that point of view, it's instead of having this pattern of getting angry at other people for not, accepting you ego-wise, try to understand your own ego and how you can reduce your relationship with your own ego. All of us have it, okay? It's not easy. I'm talking, but I also need to do this with myself so I can make my life easier too, connected to relationships. Okay, so this is what I kind of have in store here. I'm gonna go ahead and read each card. And it's normal, each card is different because the creator in this deck, okay, Janie Blee Brown, and you have James Brown Ford illustrated, so he's the artist, and the writer is Janie Blee Brown. Okay, so these are the creators, are very wise, okay, and they really meet us at the center. So even me, okay, I need to meet them at their center, the creator's center. And that's why I always read I'm starting to read again, even though, many tarot readers don't do that, but I'm not shamed about it, because I believe that they want me to share their knowledge. Okay, hence why they create a tarot. And I'm not afraid to say this is not my creation. You know, it's definitely, I work with them, be it they know I work with them or not. But I'm pretty sure they'll be happy to see that I am using their decks for you guys. Okay, so I'm sharing it. So we have the burn. The title of this card is Revolution. Okay, so breathe into the fire. Let it burn. Do not be afraid of letting go. Okay, the camouflage you use to conceal your fears and your doubts, your need for approval, must be cast off. Okay, the internal conflagration of desires, thoughts, ideas, and behaviors that no longer resonate may feel painful. Reach out to the stars for comfort, knowing that you no longer have to hide from your wounds and your worries. What can you do to stay grounded as you expand through the absolute clearing of the fire? It's a question. Trust in the radiance of your soul, the essence of who you are, to guide you through the burn. For it is a lustrous gem that can never truly be damaged. Inhale faith and exhale freedom. Know that it is time for true revolution, the breakthrough that you have been waiting for. Open your heart and let it be filled with light. Revolution. So the element is fire, the direction is south, and your planet is Mars. Carnelian is the crystal. Fire log pose, Agni Stambhasana, and half-seated twist pose, which is Ardha Matsyen Drasana. Okay, so these are yoga poses that you can do, or these are your poses that are recommended. Okay, so if you do yoga, try these out. Perhaps they might help you out a lot in your daily life. Solar chakra. Ram is the sound, your sacred sound, Ram. Praying mantis is the animal. Tree, fire, and starlight. So there's five. I think it's 5. So praying mantis is your spirit animal. You can do some seeking about it. It could give you some, enlighten you about something regarding your true essence within yourself. 3, trees, you can connect with them. It will always help you out. Fire and starlight are some stuff you can connect with. Okay, so if there's fire, you go camping, you can meditate with fire a bit. And starlight, you can stargaze. It can help you out. So your affirmation: dancing in the fire, I ignite the revolution that I have been waiting for. Okay, so these are about you, as these could also be about your patterns with people. Now, second card is the card of trust. Okay. The animal is a long-tailed window bird. Okay. So when you choose to move forward, grateful for what you have experienced, the joys and sorrows, all the lessons, you discover your own strength. This strength wells up from the expansion of your own heart. It encourages you to trust that whenever the journeys lead you, it will take you into a deeper understanding of your feelings. The emotions that once felt like troublesome burdens, you have finally befriended. They have become treasured companions from whom You have learned so much. Let yourself be guided by this enlightened, more beautiful incarnation of you. With your heart unfettered, you can honor what has been and open yourself to what comes next. For you are more than ready to spread your wings and fly. So trust yourself, this one. In relationships even, in heartbreaks even, in not working, like unsuccessful dates even. So your element, or the element of the card, is water. The direction is the west. The animal is a long-tailed window bird. And the affirmation that you can include in your life also is, I trust that wherever the journey leads me, I am ready to spread my wings and fly. Even in a relationship, spread your wings and fly means be free to be yourself and to do the things you want to do with that partner. Okay, or without. And then we have Scout of Fire. This is the card. So the answer, the main word is awaken. Okay? So the Scout of Fire. The Scout of Fire lights up through the creative process. They encourage you to explore all realms of possibility with the fervor of your convictions. This Scout points you in the right direction so that you can activate your dormant energy, all your unique power, by awakening prana, the vital life force that exists within all living things. They model a way for you to move with a fearless confidence that comes from a fundamental belief in why you are here and what you have come to manifest. Having charged through the night, the Scout of Fire arrives to help you awaken to the potential that burns inside of you. Let your creativity and passion guide you through any doubt or darkness, for your most sincere aspiration, your soul commitment to pursuing a life of purpose and meaning, reveals everything you need for self-transformation and personal progress. Awaken. Fire is the element, the south is the direction, air and fire again. So the air and fire are very prominent here. Hands are important here. You have the prana mudra and the cosmic sky. This is the prana mudra, okay? This is a mudra. So the affirmation is, I awaken to all the power and potential that burns inside of me. The fire within you, technically. The vital life force that you are. Okay? So this one, for some part, we want you to awaken to the inner fire of yourself. Okay? So let go of the pain. Let go of the past situations that have hurt you. Trust in yourself and believe that you've done the healing necessary so you can be in a happy relationship with a person. Okay? Now, let us see a successful strategy. I did not need to shuffle a lot in your pile, guys. This one is tapped into it. So communicate appropriately. Okay, so this is your strategy for finding yourself the right partner. So always use appropriate communication tools for different people and different environments. Appropriate communications with your spouse, kids, boss, or coworkers can deepen your connections to others, build greater trust and respect, and improve teamwork, problem solving, and your overall social and emotional health. Okay? Communicate appropriately. This is a strategy for you. So Sun Tzu said, in night fighting, then make much use of signal fires and drums, and in fighting by day, of flags and banners as a means of influencing the ears and eyes of your army. This one is how you show up, but how you can communicate with different people. But this one is going in night fighting, so at night. Make use of signal fires and drums, okay? And in the morning, technically, use flags and banners as a means of influencing the ears and eyes of your army. So how you communicate with the people, but connected to the ear and the eyes of the people, okay? So how they hear and how they see, but how you're communicating needs to be visible to the eye and loud enough for the ear. But the signals are, it could be hidden signals too. So this is a strategy. What should I do? Then we have your sexual magic. This is about you. This is how you are in a relationship, how you are sexually, technically, too. No, I'm not gonna go with that many. Just give me one, maximum two. What can we offer the viewer here? What can we tell them about themselves, or what type of insight can we give the viewer? Something they need to see, though. It's something they're seeking for themselves. So we have harmony here. That's one. With Amore and Psyche, we have body positive and pleasure oracle, because they're all connected with sexuality or sex. How you are romantically, let's say this one. It's what guidance the viewer needs. Thank you. So I'll start with this. Pleasure oracle, and then we'll go to the other ones. Listen close. They say, when someone tells you who they are, listen. But the challenge of listening is a question of presence. Most of us listen to another person in order to react. We wait for our turn to respond, projecting the best or else most reactive version of ourselves outward in a bid to center ourselves and be heard. So most of us listen to another person in order to react, technically. And we wait for our turn to respond, projecting the best version of ourselves outward in a bid to center ourselves and be heard. This is something that they mentioned. Action. To be present is to completely connect with someone else in the moment, drinking in every word they say, literally and figuratively. Listening is a practice in big empathy, divorced of expectations or demands. So divorced of expectations or demands. Instead, it asks you to simply serve, which is the case. When you're listening, you're serving the person, technically. Because you're surrendering to their presence, okay? Whenever you do it consciously, mostly. Okay? So to witness the divinity in another, imperfection and all. So technically, instead, listening close, I'll just rephrase it so that we can understand. So Listening close asks you to simply serve, to witness the divinity in another, imperfection and all. Try deep listening today. You'll be amazed by how rewarding it is. So this one, it's more active listening, but in a more conscious manner. Okay, because you're really seeing and hearing the person for who they are. They're not perfect, and it's not about you wanting to respond or react fast to their talking. It's mostly to be receptive to what they're saying and to be receptive to the essence of them, technically. This is what it's asking you to do. So when you're in a relationship, try to practice listening to your partner. Not reacting fast, or not to center yourself and kind of respond fast to your partner. This one is more, Pleasure Oracle is telling you to calm down a bit, relax, and be eager to listen to the person you're dating or you're going out with. Listen and try to hear the person behind the mask. Okay? Like that. Now, sex-wise, this is you at your highest best, sex-wise. Okay, so 28. Only if it resonates. Okay, so we have harmony. We have the planet Venus. Beauty and harmony are prerogatives of happy love. Everything reveals sweetness and desire. Reflection. Venus helps overcome conflicts, restores loveliness, arouses desire and love, and recovers lost understanding. Never satiate with romance and delight. She gives the gift of it in spades. Magic. To beautify yourself, arrange your most beautiful photo and a cup full of water with honey and red pepper between 2 lit candles, 1 green, a symbol of love, and 1 blue of attraction. This is about you, okay? So this could be about you, okay? So you are beautiful and harmonious, okay? And when you're like that, it does bring happy love in your relationship with your partner, okay? So everything reveals sweetness and desire, okay? So you reveal sweetness and desire to your partner in the right partnership, or the ultimate happiness. Like this one, we're manifesting your best version in a relationship that works reality wise. Okay, so Venus, that might be powerful in your astrology chart, helps you overcome conflicts, restores loveliness, arouses desire and love, and recovers lost understanding. So you have that power within yourself, okay? Already it's in it. You're never satiated with romance and delight. You give the gift of it in spades, okay? So you're never you can give romance and delight to your partner as you're delighted and romantic yourself. You're gonna go like that. Okay, so this is about you. And the most exciting or best of your relationships. And what you seek to feel like when you're in a relationship, it's body positive. So for you, if you're in the space of a person that makes you feel body positive, that's the right type of person you want as a partner. So that will give you an indication that this is the type of person that fits you well. If in their presence, them not doing anything, just with their presence, you are able to feel body positive and you are able to be sweet, romantic, and lovely on your own, then that's a really good sign, because that's what a confirmation that this is your partner. Obviously, you need the mutual understanding element, so you know where you can go through. And if it's mutual, why not? You know, it's like you're already set. You know what the truth is, technically. At least your truth, you'll know it. That this person fits well with me and I would want to have a serious relationship with them. So you'll need to go by that. But you'll need to also have their consent, right? Because it's a two-way thing. Okay. So body positive, this is you feeling your, like, this is how you feel. So technically what I'm reading is how you're feeling when you're with the right partner. So remember it so that when you go, you're going at events or you're going on a speed dating event, let's say, being yourself, your own essence, and a person with you and you're feeling body positive and everything I'm reading, then it's a sign that this person fits you, technically, and that you're eager to give them a try, technically. Or both of you want it, so you're gonna get it, kind of thing. So, comfortable in my own skin. If you feel comfortable in your own skin with your partner, you're good. Or the person you're meeting, it's a very good thing. More comfortable in your own skin. More. Okay? So, seeing love, the love story. The lovers sat down to seek relief on a blistering hot day. Let's sit down under this parasol away from the stinging hot rays of the sun for a while. No longer will be the harsh gaze of the summer heat burn them. Here under this tree they are safe, and as they sought this place of refuge, and a sometimes judgmental and harsh word, they found so much more than just shades. Okay, here in this place they found self-acceptance, indulgence, joy, and inner beauty. They had created a safe refuge where they were free to be naked and fearless. Away from the gaze of the hot sun, away from the opinions and musings of others, they retreated within and found self-love, acceptance, and adoration. This is how you feel with your partner. So if a guy or a girl you meet that's single, available, seeking to be in a relationship, and this is how you're feeling with them, it's a good sign. Making love, action. Make a list of all the things you love about your body. Journal about your beauty. Go into details. And what don't you like about your body? Try to release that criticism. Okay, adopt a different point of view. Adorn and lavish yourself with compliments. Take a day to just love being you. Bring love, meditation. Imagine a refreshing energy passing over and soothing your body. Inch by inch, you are protected and worthy of praise. Okay, so proclaiming love, affirmation. I am beautiful. I love my body. I love my mind and my spirit. I love myself. Okay, so if you feel this way, you feel like you love being who you are, and you don't care about anybody else, you feel adored, accepted, and happy, that's the guy or girl you need to invest in. Okay, if you didn't know about it. Only if you didn't know about it. This is your ultimate best potential. Now, this is more for spirituality or enhancement of spirituality, but it's also made so that it can help you out in your love life. So the guidance we received in this one, it's justice. I am not to judge. I am not to judge. So fairness mudra. This mudra fortifies the solar plexus, clears the head, centers and stabilizes. Okay, so this mantra clears the head, centers and stabilizes. Okay, so you feel more centered. Stand up for your rights, but without passing judgment on others. You can leave the judging to a higher court. You may criticize what another does, but it is not up to us to judge the doer. For remember, only injured people injure, only oppressed people want to oppress others, only weak ones want to weaken other people, and only the frustrated want to frustrate others. Try to hand over the injustice which others do to you to a universal authority. When you feel persecuted, surrender the pain which is inflicted upon you. There is consolation. Your love heals my hurt. Your strength strengthens me. Your goodness leads me to new endeavor. Okay, so you can practice this mudra. Fairness mudra. That's one. Second one is melancholia. Keep going. Savitur mudra from China. Okay, so Savitur, it's a Savitur mudra. You can search it online too. So this mudra is also called the Tse mudra. It helps to deal with despondency, melancholia, and depression. Take a deep breath of fresh air. Drink a lot of water. Stretch your arms wide and high. Clap your hands and only then form the mudra. Savitur is the cosmic power behind the sun. In other words, it is the inexpressible reality which inspires, carries, and guides the universe and everything in it. It is dawn, slowly. The sun rises above the horizon, spreading light and more light until the new day is fully born. You too can now make a fresh start. His brilliance illuminates my spirit, warms my heart, and shows me the way to his heavenly home of joy. Wow. Search it up and practice it if you really want to give it a try. Now, for the viewer, what kind of mantra should we recommend? If you do not wish to hear this, you can fast forward. I have 4 more cards I'll need to, it's more like an introspection activity. Okay, the other 4 cards. Okay, so this one. The mantra you can chant on your own or with a group of people. It's I'm a perfect being of light, freeing myself of perfectionism. I am a perfect being of light. So there's one about your life, one about intimacy, one about relationship, and one about you. Okay, so we'll start with your life. This is something that I would recommend you to sit and really truthfully answer on your own for yourself as a preparation to being in a relationship. So who of my friends or acquaintances do I feel has a negative influence on me? Who of my friends or acquaintance do I feel has a negative influence on me? Find that out. Or answer the question truthfully. Don't deny anything. Because you're doing this activity with yourself. I'm not hearing what the truth is, but you need to hear what the truth is, right? Because you know what the truth is. Sometimes we deny it. Then, in relationships, how do I work well together and balance my partner out? Explain to yourself. How would you work well together and balance your relationship? Explain what you can do. What are your problem solving skills, technically? Because the main question you're gonna ask yourself whenever you need to solve an issue with a person is, how do we work well together and balance each other out? And you'll need to explain. If you're in a relationship, how are you gonna balance yourselves out? And how are you going to be able to work well together? Because you need to work well together so that the relationship will work well, right? And stay balanced, harmonious somehow. Because you're in the relationship too. It's a two-way thing. You're in the relationship and your partner is in the relationship with you. You, your partner, and the people relationship. It's like a third energy somehow. Okay. Now this is in intimacy. If you could have a magic wand, what would you want more of in your sex life? Okay. Then, this one is about you. Do you consider yourself conservative, moderate, or liberal with your political leanings? Explain. Okay, so these are exercises that can help you prepare yourself to be in a relationship. And that is all I had for you guys. Okay, so Obsidian, thank you very much for coming. I hope it resonated. I hope it helped you out. I hope it gave you the insight you seek again. Okay, if you needed any of it. Okay, if not, I'm sorry, but this is all it was. Okay, so take care. Now, welcome those who chose Larimar. Welcome to your reading. I hope you're all safe and healthy in this time. So this one is the Larimar. I'm showing it again. It's a really nice crystal. I feel like this is meant for this. I'm just gonna do it here. I don't know why. Okay, so I'll need to bask into the energy that it's offering me. Oh, 1 second. I need to prepare myself for you guys here. 1 minute. Okay. Welcome, everyone. I just need to prepare myself. So the main question we're asking here is, what does your higher consciousness or your higher self want you to be aware of regarding your love life? Okay, be it you're single, you're seeking for someone, what is it that we can offer you here? What is it that your soul seeks to know or hear about regarding yourself and love, romantic relationships, or marriage, or partnership, or dating, or courting, or getting courted? okay? How can we help you get courted? How can we help you show up in your own relationship? How can we help you, you know, get inspired to believe that there are healthy men out there, and how you can, or women, or healthy women or healthy men out there. Okay, I'm going from a woman's point of view, but men and women here, okay? How can we all show up? But this is about the viewer, okay? So this is for you. I have the Four of Wands, and I have the King of Earth. I do have the moon here, or I have the moon and the earth together. This is such an interesting picture, because if you look at it, it looks like the moon, but if you look at the hands, this is a mudra, right? But then again, the hands and the eyes are like the earth. Okay, so that's a cute way of representing the card. Then you have the Four of Wands. So there's a bumblebee here, and there's a flower. Bumblebees or bees adore the nectars of flowers. They love flowers. And if ever you've had the chance of, you know, watching them, you know, collect all the nectars and the pollens, it's like so peaceful, and I feel like it brings joy in my life somehow. It's small activity I do, but I just love to hear them, and I love to see them, you know, work, because, you know, flowers make me happy, and bees collect the nectar, the pollen of flowers, and they create honey, right? Honey is very, very delicious, and it's so sweet, and it's gold. It's like gold. It's like golden substance we consume, and it has health benefits. You know, it's immensely connected with flowers, because it comes from flowers. So this one, bees represent like a colony for me somehow. A beehive, technically, it's a group of people, or a group of bees, technically, that work together with the queen. So this one, what do you need to be aware of? You are the happiest in a relationship when you work together, but there's sweetness connected to it. You feel sweet. So you are the type of woman or man that likes to collaborate with people, and you love to work with them. And when it succeeds and it works, and you are able to create the final products with them, you feel the most recognized, and you feel the happiest, technically. So this one, you're a person that values relationships, and you're the type of person that wants your relationships to be sweet but hardworking. So you are the hardworking type of woman or man, and you want a partner who is hardworking like you, and you want a partner who is like a team with you, and you're the happiest when you are like a team with your partner. So you're more like a team player, okay? But you like to enjoy the sweet things of life, and you yourself are sweet. So you're searching someone sweet like you, but hardworking, and devoted to its home, to its projects, It's like that here. This one is, I channeled it like this. And Seer of Earth here, this one, what you want to be aware about yourself when it comes to relationships. You are the type that's wise. You're the type that sees the higher picture. You're the type that has the potential to also look at the details. And you are more like an eco-friendly person. And you are intuitive. And you're very grounded. And in relationships, this one, you are the wiser one. You are the one that takes decisions. But you also have a sensitive nature to you, and you understand your partner's emotional state. So you are the type of woman or man that is emotionally available. You do have the emotional intelligence, and you do know what you're seeking for from your partner too. Okay, so this one, I feel like you're way more aware than the other two piles I had. But then again, I'm not saying in the form of you're smart or you're more superior. It's just energy wise, I feel more calmer here. Okay, so, and I calmed myself. I was a bit like I had to take a few minutes in this pile, but then again, the energy, I feel I'm more like stable in this one. Okay, so I feel like you guys are more stable, way more stable. So there's a lot of, you have a lot of experience this one, be it work-wise or group-wise, society-wise. You've worked with many people, I find, and you do have a big amount of experience, a lot of experience this one. So let me read for you technically from the book. Let's start with Four of Wands. Nourish. You are the nourishing type too, but let's see what advice perhaps you could hear. But I feel like many of you are the nourishing type already. Okay, so you are the root that taps into the wisdom of the natural world, the flower that perfumes the air, the winged creature that carries the message of connection and the power of symbiosis. Can you grasp just how essential a role you play in this spiral dance of life? Your resourcefulness and determination have allowed you to construct a flourishing community that lifts you up and heals others. Trembling with delight, you taste the honeyed joy of being alive. Share that experience with the ones you love. Celebrate your capacity to build nourishing spaces so indispensable that light you up and the world around you. So celebrate your capability, because I feel like many of you do have a lot, and perhaps you are appreciated for it or you're not appreciated enough. So nourish is the word here, but it also describes you. You're a nourishing person. So fire is the element, the direction is the south, and bee and sunflower are the symbols here. So you can seek for more information on your own later on, what the bee spirit represents and how you can connect with it, and the sunflower as the flower to get the spiritual meaning out of too. The mantra that represents you: I am nourished by my ability to create a community that lifts me up and heals others. But also in your relationship too with your partner, you can nourish your partner to create a partnership that lifts you up and heals your partner, but heals others too, technically. And then we have Seer of Earth. Harmony is the card, then the title of the card technically. So Seer of Earth. The Seer of Earth has worked hard and sacrificed much to cultivate a life of overflowing fullness. They have reflected on the they have reflected on the intelligent interconnectedness of the planets that circulate the cosmic sky. They affirm the need for healthy polarity and reveal the prosperity that can be found in balanced opposition, in the wisdom of the seasons of the earth and the movement of the sun and the moon. They encourage you to assimilate the gifts and the challenges that accompany a spiritual being living in a material world, and invite you to cultivate harmony within your own body, mind, and spirit. This is what you do technically for many people out there. While it isn't easy, they know what your real strength lies in: your ability to give thanks for all aspects of your material existence. The Seer of Earth holds in their hands a model for you of a balanced life lived with creativity, courage, and integrity. This is what you represent to many people out there. And I feel like you already are aware of it, but if you're not aware of it, let me honor you with it. Okay? So harmony is a word that represents you. And earth, the north, is the direction. Fire and earth are, again, the elements here. Earth, moon, hands, Usha Mudra, and cosmic sky. Okay, so Usha Mudra is here. It's the mudra that's it's the mouth area here. Okay. So I cultivate harmony when I give thanks for all aspects of my material existence. So you're a very nourishing and harmonious person. I didn't even, I felt it from the start anyways, and I'm really grateful for your presence here that you're sharing and I'm integrating. Welcome. You're always welcome here. But thank you very much for everything that you do for everyone out there, for your healing abilities, for your nourishing presence, your grounding presence, everything. Not saying enough, but thank you so much. So, what could help you strategize here? Okay, so a strategy methods to have a successful love life with the person that is right for you. It's the right person for you, technically. One that you chose, obviously, but because it's the right person for you. And it's obviously mutual. So friendship makes you rich beyond measure. Okay, so what is a friend? A friend is someone special in your life, someone you know warts and all. A friend knows that you are not perfect and that you don't agree on everything all the time, but you still love each other. Okay? So we can look up the word friendship in the dictionary, but the meaning is really only known in our hearts. Sun Tzu said, this is the strategist, we cannot enter into alliance with neighboring princes until we are acquainted with their designs. We are not fit to lead an army on the march unless we are familiar with the face of the country, its mountains and forests, its pitfalls and precipices, its marshes and swamps. Okay, so we are not fit to lead an army on the march unless you are familiar with the face of the country, technically. So, in some way, it's important to know also your friends. But here, friendships are also important for you in your love life. And you can also have that in your love life too, technically. Technically, your friend is your lover. Your friend is your wife or your husband. And, you don't need to define it really, but you know it in your heart. this one. Let's go this one. No, we're not gonna go with that many. Okay, well, I'll read them all, but technically it's too many, but it's okay. So this is for collaboration, but a person like you will already know about these, but I'll just read them for those who don't know about it. Okay, so it can be easy to switch off sometimes. Remember to be an active listener. Encourage people to share their ambitions and never belittle their dreams. In order to lift yourself up, lift up someone else. Growth and comfort rarely coexist. No single person is as intelligent as a group. There are valuable lessons to be learned every day. The most important skill in communication is to hear what may be going unsaid. The most important skill in communication is to hear what may be unsaid. We're saying everything else but the truth, technically. Seek out different perspectives. You never know how different they may be from your own until you ask. Priorities can change and shift with circumstances, so it's important to be flexible. Then we have, you cannot play the game of life alone. Which is true. I agree on that. Okay. That's done. So let us read about your sexual, sexually or love-wise advice for you, but this is also your ultimate version of being a happy, harmonious, fulfilling relationship. So you're the type that likes to discover your partner, okay? So the discovery part is yours. And more in psyche or psychological and love presence, technically. So we have full intimacy. So you're the type that's discovery and full intimacy. So you know how to know. Okay, this one, it's more why I'm doing it like this. It's because I want you to be aware of a specific state that's your ultimate state. The highest possibility for you to attract the person. How you know that this woman that you're meeting, let's say during an event, or this man you're meeting during an event is the right person for you. But how you'll know is you'll know it because of you, right? And this state that you're in, it's a thumbs up for you to go ahead and ask them out on a date. Or you know that you at least feel something. You feel right within yourself connected to your partner. Or the woman or the person that could be a potential partner. So this one, I'm manifesting it in such a way that you just, by tapping into yourself with the presence or the essence of people, you'll know who you could have a lovely, proper, serious relationship, technically. That's what I'm manifesting here for us, all of us. Each people that are seeking it and each one, whoever is resonating with the crystals, this is the whole intention. Okay, so it's for you. So if you resonated with the Larimar, perhaps these, if they resonate with you, could be states of yourself when you are going to meet a person. And if you have the check mark about this is how you're feeling, this is how you're feeling, then you'll know this is the one you could perhaps try it out with. Obviously, it's a mutual type of relationship. So at least on your end, it's going to be easier for you to tap into yourself and to understand if it works or if it doesn't. I'm putting it out there like this. I don't know if it's going to be useful. I'm just trying some stuff and see which one will help many people out there, including myself. Okay, so this is why I'm doing it. So we have discovery. This is about you. So you have Leo lunar. So the physical nudity offered to the eye is matched by the transparency of the heart. A magnet attracts, a lock opens. So this is your strength. Technically, this is your skill as a lover. Okay, so you're the type that will get naked in front of your partner. And when you're naked, Joe, you are showing your heart, technically. And you do have a magnetic effect, okay? And you can unlock her or his heart, technically. So reflection. Whoever undresses gives themselves to a gaze without modesty. This is your ability in your love life. And unafraid of judgment. You're the type that's not afraid of judgment. Ready to face the truth. To undress is to declare oneself ready for love. So you're the type that if you undress, your partner has to understand that you are ready to love them, technically. This is your behavior personally in a relationship. So when you're undressing in front of a woman or a man, means somehow that you are attracted. You're ready to be loved by them. But you are able to use your physical nakedness to attract your partner, technically. Okay? So these are perhaps like patterns you have, which you are aware of or you're not. I'm not aware. But this is your method that you use. Okay? Magic. To discover oneself, draw a heart and write inside inside it one's name and that of one's partner. The heart is then placed in a coffee jar that will be used for 9 days. Full intimacy. This is about you too. Okay, but this is also the state that you are, like, if ever you're in this state with a woman or a man that you're talking or conversing, it's a sign that also this person might be a good potential for you, technically. So just the two of us. So this, if you're talking with a woman or man and you feel just the two of you, and there is like an element of your feeling like you want to undress in front of them, then definitely it's the right person. But you already know this, I feel like. This is easy for some of you, okay? Seeing love. And you're very, very, like, experienced this one. In life, perhaps, you have a lot of experience. So the lovers gazed into each other's eyes and saw the entire universe therein. It was more than a spark. It was more than the brain could ever comprehend. More than words or thoughts. It was the love of two souls shared in perfect intimacy. Beyond the physical, beyond the mental, beyond the earth and the sky and all the stars. It was a pure connection of the soul, raw and unbound. Wow. They found beauty and peace forever in each other's arms. Making love, action. Connect deeply, connect spiritually, connect intimately, whatever that means to you. Make an effort to seek out intimacy, intimate connection, and love in your life, whether with another soul, your spirit guides, or even your innermost self. Allow that love and connection to restore and heal your life. Being love, meditation. Imagine yourself gazing into the eyes of a perfect lover. How does this make you feel? Proclaim love, affirmation. I make beautiful, astounding, intimate, and perfect connections. My relationships are harmonious and balanced, which they are. Okay? They are. I believe they are. At least energetically, that's how I feel. Okay? So this one, these are the states of your being. Like, these are states of being that belong to you, but at a higher vibration. Be it you already vibe to it or not, you'll be the judge of it. But I feel like for some of you, you do vibe to it already. And this is your technique, and this is who you are whenever you feel that you are with the right partner. Pleasure Oracle. Okay, so let's see. The Serpent and Erotic Abundance. This is so fun, you guys. It's okay. I just need to continue on here. The Serpent and Erotic Abundance. So, in a world that deals in oppression and dominance, empowerment is often equated with sin. Just as Eve was demonished for tasting the fruit of knowledge, so our contemporary culture still stands sexual self-awareness unappealing. Still finds sexual self-awareness unappealing. But to know thyself is the mystic's greatest work and the lover's greatest test. Action. The more we know about ourselves, especially as shadow selves, the more we understand the people in our lives and society at scale. What are our desires, fears, and drives are you repressing from yourself? So what are your desires, fears, and drives that you are repressing from yourself? How can you dig them up daily? How could your life transform if you embraced and integrated them without judgment? Don't be afraid to taste the fruit. For some of you, why I said it's funny, it's because I feel like many of you are aware of this. Okay, so I'm just kind of like rereading it, but I feel like many of you know it already. Okay, so I'm reading it, but I'm just being here with you guys. Okay, technically that's what I'm trying to say. Erotic abundance. Suffering stems from our separation from illusions of separation. From source, from stuff, and from each other. Okay. Pain is inevitable in life, but the fact remains we have everything we need. Abundance is often conceptualized in relationship to money, but look to nature's cornucopia. The best, most essential things are always free. And this I agree 100%. Abundance is knowing it with every cell of your being and living that truth. Yes. Action. The pleasure that is your birthright is not an open tap, forever at risk of running dry. It's an endless spring oasis that forever flows. Come to its fountain and drink until you're quenched. Travel as you might, your emotional and erotic abundance is not going anywhere. Make sure you count your blessings daily. Okay. So for you, mantra that you could perhaps add to your daily habits. So this is a mudra. I'm saying mantra, but it's mudra. So we have Hakini mudra. Take your chance. We have dedicated to the goddess of inner truth, clarity, and unity. This mudra synchronizes the two halves of the brain, activates one's memory, improves one's ability to absorb and reproduce knowledge in exam situations, for instance, and is good for the lungs as well. Every circumstance, including the most unpleasant ones, contains within it an opening, a chance. The trick is to find and use it. Picture yourself entering the chakra of your third eye in your forehead. I actually touched this and I put it here. Okay, so it's funny, but then again, it's not. It's part of it all, obviously. So picture yourself entering the chakra of your third eye in your forehead. It feels as if you are sitting in a pink colored heaven. You pose questions relating to particular opportunities of your life or some especially significant concern. Become very still and listen carefully. Okay, with this one, picture yourself entering the chakra of your third eye, technically. Okay, and do it like that. And listen to yourself, technically. I wish to take my chances as they come, use them, enjoy them, transform them. May you do so. Then we have Garuda Mudra. Garuda Mudra, like this. Take to your wings. Freedom, technically. So, Garuda Mudra. The Garuda Mudra helps to treat chest complaints of all kind and is good for the lungs. Place your hands on each side of the breastbone. Garuda is the mystical bird, master of the skies and enemy of snakes, who personifies freedom, strength, and power. Very often we cannot change our circumstances, but we do have the choice between letting them get on top of us or taking off and rising above them. In other words, we can change our attitude whenever we want to. Isn't that wonderful? Garuda allows you to mount his broad back so that he can take you soaring up into the sky with him. From that perspective, the ordinary things of daily life sink into insignificance. You can revel in the endless space, freedom, and beauty of the heavens. Behind the clouds, freedom knows no bound. If you ever fly in the sky, that's what you see. Beyond the clouds, freedom knows no bound. 100%. If you have taken a plane, that is. A plane, like a real airplane. It's gorgeous, okay? But many of you have already done so. Perhaps you travel for work. Anyways. So, this is all I had. I'm going to go ahead and give you certain questions that you can do an internal activity with yourself. This will also help you out regarding, like this self-reflection will help you out regarding your intentions of finding a partner, and it will help you out being in a relationship with a partner too. Okay, so do the exercise on your own first, and then you'll see it's going to help you out immensely when you're in a relationship too. So this is about your life. Okay, so what were the major turning points in your life that got you to here? Reflect, and you can write it down and, you know, check it out again. So what were the major turning points in your life that got you to here and now? Then, in relationships, okay? So what have been or remain to be the biggest point of contention in your relationships? Okay, how should you be working on it? Okay, those points of contention in your relationships, daily relationships. Because once you're in a relationship, you can ask this with your partner. So what have been or remain to be the biggest points of contention in our relationship, you and your partners, and how should we be working on it? Because you want to be in a team-like relationship, right, with your partner, the type that likes that team environment. You want your partner to understand you, but you do have the experience to make them understand you. But because your energy is specific energy, it's pretty intense. I'm not gonna lie, but it's stable. So I feel like you might not feel like people measure up to you, could be this one, or they don't work hard enough like you do, kind of thing. And what's something you'd like to be forgiven for? Or what's something you want to forgive yourself. Like, but that one you'll not, I mean, look, this one, to what point you have that regulating, self-regulating approach, what's something you'd like to be forgiven for, you personally? Did you do something to someone, or a decision that you had to take that was crucial, but then again, you had to take that decision, right? But then again, it was an easy one to make. So you want to be forgiven for that, right? This one was something you like to be forgiven for, if you're the decision-making type of person. Then we have, this is for intimacy, so sex-wise. On a scale of 1 to 10, how comfortable are you with public display of affection? You personally. And you have to explain this to yourself. Answer the why. You know, why that's 2 or that's 8 or that's like 10. You know, how comfortable are you with public display of affection? And why is it less than 5, or why is it higher than 5, or why is it 0 or 10, you know, kind of thing. Now this one, it's about you only. So when did you realize you were in love with me? Or this one is, when did you realize that you were in love with yourself? Which is the most important question. You realize that you loved yourself, truly. You yourself. And then in the relationship, obviously, it's easy. Then you have, what do you think are your best qualities? What are your best qualities? Write that down. And then, technically, once you're in a relationship, the question is, what do you think are my best qualities about them? Okay, so this is all I had for you guys. I really think we went through all of the things I wanted to do. Give to you. Oh, yes. The mantra. I'm going to give you a mantra. Do you need one, though? This one. We all need one. Okay, if we do the same chanting, or we've never chanted before. I mean, if you've never chanted before, I'll be shocked. A mantra, but it's not really important. Okay. There's 2 here. So the first one is the Ong So Hung. I am infinity. And this one is the Rakhi Rakhanhar. Take a higher perspective. Which is your biggest strength, I find, but also your weakness could be, as it's the, I'm not gonna say pillar, but it can help you immensely again. But this one is Rakhe Rakhanhar. Take a higher perspective. But this is your mantra, could be, because you do have the higher perspective. As if you're not there yet, this is your fullest potential. Okay, or it can, I'm saying fullest potential, but then again, life goes on again. So we have so much potential even then. Okay, I'm going highest, but then again, there's always higher than higher. Okay, if we're going with I am infinity and take a higher perspective. You also had the mudra also that can help you out with the perspective thing. So that's it. That's all, guys. Thank you so much for coming and spending time with me again. I do not know you guys, you know, but then again, it's not important for me to know you all. The important thing for me is it helping? You know, is me creating this, is it helping? If it's helping, that's all I need to hear, okay? And I'll see you again on my video or in real life, perhaps. And stay healthy, stay safe, take care of yourself, which you already do, and you do amazing, whoever is here, okay? So if it's not me saying it, may you hear it from people you meet in real life. And take care, okay? See you again. Thank you very much. Now, whoever chose crystal, well, it's not a crystal, it's the baby conch shell. That's a bit broken. Welcome to your reading. So this is 4, number 4. This might be a very long reading for me, guys. But it's okay. I started this for a reason. So the main question here is, what does your higher self or your higher consciousness want your present self to be aware of regarding your love life? Okay, how you show up in a relationship, or how you can know within yourself that this is the right person for you. And knowing that truth alone is gratifying, because then you'll know if it's worth it for you. If it's worth it for you, you'll put the necessary actions and see if the person who you feel right with feels mutually, technically. So everything I do is to give you certain tools so that you can discover yourself, and it makes it easier for you to flow with the situations, be it it's rejection or acceptance of love and affection. You'll know. But these are tools that I wish to give to you. Okay, so these are offerings. So we have the 9 of Pentacles here. In a relationship, the one that you feel right in is one that gives you the freedom for you to do what you want to do. Okay, so you cherish your own independence, and you cherish your own improvement, self-improvement, your self-care, your self-love. These are important to you. And you're very grounded, and you know how to ground yourself. You know how to work on things that are important to you. So in a relationship even, you will be the type that will take care of yourself mostly. Can be there for your partner, yes, but you like a partner perhaps that also has same, autonomy than you, as you. Okay, so you like to do things on your own as you like to be with them, but you like that element of independence mostly, this one. But it's not the only thing, and I'll give you the approach of the creator itself. And this is a representation of you in your love life, or it's an awareness element. But I feel like this one, you are the abundant type. Okay, so the title of this card is Abundance. Okay, gaze into the abundance of your heart. Okay, really like a rainbow. It holds all the force of your desires and your dedication, all that you have cultivated for yourself, and all that you have to offer. So this, whatever you offer to yourself, you can offer it to another person too. There is no room for grief here. And any sorrow have been honored for what they have taught, their lessons integrated into a wisdom that will continue to guide you. This wisdom is rooted in a life built around community and through acts of cooperation and kindness. Take this time to acknowledge and celebrate your work. When you respect all your endeavors, all the effort that has brought you to this moment, you can begin to develop more respect for the efforts of others. When you feel appreciated for all the little graces in your life, you can begin to experience a reality that is full of abundance. So experience a reality that is full of abundance. It's the manifestation of, I was not going to say your perfect partner, your imperfect partner. that is abundance too. Okay, so earth is the element, the north is the direction, and meerkat is your spirit animal. Meerkat, Meerkat. You can check it up on Google, and perhaps there's a message for you there. Okay, a spiritual message, but it's about you. Pardon me. Now, your affirmation is, when I take the time to appreciate all the little graces, I begin to experience a life that is full of abundance. I can't now. So that's that. I can go in part 2, guys. I'll continue in part 2.